Okay, YouTube, check it out. I've been having problems with my dryer. I bought this dryer back in 2001, um, and I've had it for quite some time. Right now, it's 2015. This is a General Electric dryer. I was told by a repairman that this particular dryer they last pretty long, and they have last pretty long. So for the last couple years, this is 2015. Last two I think the last 2 to 3 years, I've been having problems with my sensor that senses the temperature. I've changed this piece like a dozen times. This piece right here, it sits on the wall. I guess it's called a thermistor or something. Right here, I'm not a repairman, but I was told by a repairman that that's the cause. And every time I changed it, it worked. But there's been some problems with this device, not this device, but this particular model, I guess, where no matter how many times you change this, it's going to burn out eventually. So I was giving a heater housing airflow kit um, from the parts store because they was telling me that, yeah, everybody's been having problems with this particular dryer. So they gave me some extra things to change to keep this from or prevent this thermistor to keep shorting out. So what I have to do is add some spacers to this heater housing unit or whatever you may call it. There's two screws here. There's one here, and there's another somewhere over here. Actually, it's actually removed, so it's already out. I don't know how that come out, but there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 screws, and beneath those screws, in between that housing unit and the wall of the dryer, I will add spacers. This is what I was given from the parts store. See that? In this package, there's some spacers here. I don't know if you can see it. Well, there's the spacers right there. So I'm gonna put the spacers there. Along with that, they added some screws, I guess. Yeah, they added 4 screws. I'll put those in there with the spacers. Once I'm done with that, they also added glue because I was also told to change this ring around, this foam ring around the vent, the lint vent, whatever. And they give me some glue and an extra, foam thing here. I'm sorry, here to put around there. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put down the camera and I'm going to take those screws out, add the spacers. Also, before you start this job, you have to unplug the dryer from the electrical outlet because you don't want to get electrocuted. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is just add my spacers, add my screws in between here. And once I'm done, that's going to be the easy part. And then doing a thing, and we're going to get this thing going. So I'm going to stop the video for right now because I don't have a tripod to hold my camera. And I'll explain things as I return. All right. Okay. I am back. So the reason why before I start insulating, I want to show the pieces that came with the kit. It came with an insulation and instruction kit form. It came with the ring, the foam ring that's gonna go around the vent, all right, and the lint trap vent, whatever you call it. And then there's the spacers I was telling you about that go in between the housing unit, the heater housing unit, and the screws. Also, they're a little bigger than the other screws because it has to, attach those spacers. So you got 4 spacers, 4 extension screws. you have here is the thermistor, the old thermistor sensor heater regulatory thing, majig or whatever you call it. This is going to sit on the back wall, which is going to regulate the temperature. This is the glue that's going to go with the foam on the vent trap. They also gave me these clips. Now, I would admit, these clips, I don't know where they go. I did look it up on YouTube, and I couldn't find anything about them clips. But in the instructions, it shows here where it's supposed to go. But the copy of this installation for the clips are not too clear. So I am not sure. I did what the instructions said, but on my model, I did not find any it's called what do they call these? It's called vapor. It's called some kind of moisture sensor harness. Yeah, moisture sensor harness. And I can't find that anywhere. I'm not sure where that could be found. According to this diagram, it shows it should be right by the lint trap. And I took the screws out of there, and there's nothing there. So I'll get back with you after I installed the spacers and the ring around the vent lint trap thing. Okay, I'll be back.